Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the Stormcast Eternals for WarCry. Let's get started. We have the Stormcast Eternals pack for WarCry. These packs come with everything you need to be able to play the Stormcast Eternals in WarCry. For those who don't know, WarCry is a skirmish level game developed by Games Workshop, set in the Warhammer Age of Sigmar universe. It is based off of the Chaos factions, so they went ahead and added the other alliances, so your Order Alliance, Destruction Alliance, and Death. And so three factions from each of those alliances can be also used in WarCry if you buy the coordinated pack. So this is the first time I've actually seen one of these up close. Most of the pictures kind of made them seem a little smaller, so I'm glad to see that the pack is as big as the ability card. I was nervous that the ability card would kind of get squished if the pack was any smaller. But yeah, so let's go ahead and tear this thing open and see. So this is not going to open like a pack of magic cards. So I'm going to need my trusty scissors here. Yeah. No perforated edges, no nothing to make it easier on us. It's just, it's all in there. So let's go ahead and slide everything out. Keep coming. Is that it? Alright. We've got everything. So first up, so it comes with multiple ability cards in different languages. That way they can just send these worldwide and be able to use them. So these are the available units for the Stormcast Eternals to play in WarCry. It's all your Vanguard stuff, so your Raptors, your Hunters, and then you get your Gryph-hound and your Aetherwings. So let's go ahead and take a little closer look at the cards themselves to see what these guys do, and then we will return to look at the abilities. So it comes with the divider cards, which I like these. So if you're ever using multiple minis, you don't have to have multiple cards. You just slide these under and number your things. So like if you're running 3 Aetherwings, then you just put the one card and then you number them 1, 2, 3, which is awesome. If you're running more, then you can go all the way up to 6. It's good, so it prevents you from having to buy multiple packs. Alright, so Gryph-hound here. He's fast, 4 toughness, a lot of wounds. He's expensive though, 150. So he rolls 4 dice on attack. His strength 4, so he's probably going to be hitting on 4s most of the time. 2, 4 for his regular and crit, so that's nice. And then he's got the Beast rune mark, which there's probably going to be something that they can do when it comes to abilities. So we'll take a look at that here in a second. Then you got your Aetherwing, 45 points. Ooh, that's the lowest toughness I've seen in the game too. Nice. So these guys will go splat 6 damage. Yeah, this guy will go splat real quick. They're definitely not supposed to get in the thick of it. So they have, they can fly, and then they have an ability. So I'm assuming their ability is 100% what they're brought for. Because with a strength of 2, they'll be hitting on 5s and 6s, and they only do 1 and 2 damage. So they are definitely not. I mean, you could probably use these guys to tie something up for a round. That's really cheap to do that, in case you don't want to get hit in the face by a brute from Iron Jaws, or if the big old brute from the Iron Golems is coming at you. These guys could probably swoop in. Yeah, 12. So a move action that's 24 inches. These guys could definitely be thrown out there just to kind of die. Keep things busy while you mount a counterattack, but we'll see what that ability does, because I have a feeling it's going to be beneficial. Alright, so first up you have, or not first up, but first non-beastie dude, this is going to be the Hunter Prime. So this is one of the leaders, 210 points, Wow, toughness 5. That's high wound value too. So he's gonna be hard to hit and hard to wound. And then he's got his crossbow, which is an 8-inch. Rolls 3 dice and 4 damage. Excuse me, 4 strength. So he'll be hitting on 4s most of the time. 1 in 4. So he's spiky. He doesn't do a whole lot of damage up front, but if he crits, that's not anything to sneeze at there. So like, I mean, if he stood still, and you could potentially do 8 damage with this guy at a range of 8. So, and then he also has his axe, which is 1 more attack. So you roll 1 more dice, 1 more damage. So that's nice. So at least he's not defenseless if he gets into melee range. Then you have your regular hunter, which is pretty much a carbon copy of the Prime. Looks like 3 3 4 4 4 4 4 4. Yeah, 1 4 1 4 2 4. Yeah. So the only thing that's different is that this guy, he has the leader rune mark and 10 more health. So, not sure if they have a leader ability. I'll have to look. Everyone has Inspire from the Universal, but some warbands have an actual leader ability. So we'll look at that. So then there's your hunter. And then here is your... Is this a hurricane? Yeah, it's the hurricane bow. And let's see. This is your Hunter Prime with the hurricane bow. Sorry about that. My camera wasn't focusing right. Anyway, so the hurricane is 3 to 15 and a crit of 6. Wow. And then he has a leader and the shield rune mark, so he'll have a special ability he can use. 30 wounds. That's not bad. And his strength is way up there, so these guys are gonna hit a lot. Like, there's not a whole lot in the game where you're not gonna be hitting on 4s. Like, iron golems are really the only things I can think of, and then the orcs. But I mean, if you're this guy right here, if you're going up against, like, say, Idonith, I mean, 6 damage, that's 3/4 of one of their thralls. And you're hitting on 3s because they have a toughness of 3. So 4 to their 3 means you're hitting on 3s. So insane, especially from 15 inches away. That's crazy. And then I don't even know what that rune mark does yet. We still have to look at that. And here is your Raptor Prime with the long strike crossbow, which, holy crap, 6 to 20. It only shoots 1 shot, which is understandable because it's like a sniper rifle, but it crits at 10. That's hardcore, and it's got a strength of 5, so that's going to be hitting on 3s and 4s most of the time. And then he can fight in melee, which is cool. I wasn't expecting the guys with they were going to be a long ranged. Like, if you got someone stuck in with them into combat, they were helpless. But that's good to see that they're not, because that attack line is still pretty hardcore. 30 health. And then he's got this ability, which was on the birds, a new ability and then the leader. So, okay, moving on. Then you have your regular Raptor with the hurricane bow. So 20. It's got that shield rune mark again, so we'll have to look at that. So about the same as the Prime, just not as many abilities. Cheaper, of course, because it's not a Prime. And then last but not least, you have your regular Raptor with the long strike crossbow. So same profile there, a little cheaper, and he loses, of course, those other rune marks. So let's take a closer look at those rune marks real quick. So you got a faction-wide rune mark. Tireless Hunter double. So add half of the value of this ability rounded up to move characteristic of this fighter for the next move action they move this activation. Okay, so you can't use this as a double. A move. Because some of them out there allow you to add it for the whole activation. This one's just your next move. So if you have a double 4, then you would move an extra 2 inches for the cost of that double, which is nice. Okay, so this is the one that was on the bird and the other leader. Pick a visible, says warning cry, pick a visible enemy fighter within 6 inches of this fighter. Until the end of the battle round, you can re-roll 1 dice during attack actions made by friendly fighters that target that fighter. Oh wow. Interesting. So this is crit hunting. So if you roll your attack dice while this warning cry is up, then anything that doesn't hit or crit, you could potentially re-roll one of those dice to hunt for that crit. So that's intense. And then next one up, double Righteous Aura. Until the end of the battle round, add 1 to the toughness characteristic of friendly fighters while they are within 6 inches of this fighter. So with the way that toughness works here, this would probably really only affect the beasties. Because at toughness 5 for pretty much the entire army, yeah, that's not going to do anything for these guys because going to 6 toughness isn't going to help them. However, going to 3 toughness for the bird could keep it alive a little longer, but definitely going to toughness 3 for this guy, toughness 5 for this guy. Keeping this guy alive a little bit longer by pushing that up would definitely, because then he's going to be harder to hit, which is cool. So then this is the rune mark for the beast. So this is the one that is on the hounds here. So it's a triple darting attack. The fighter makes a bonus attack action, then they can make a bonus disengage action. That's neat. So just like the name implies, if you're in combat, you can attack real quick and then bounce out of combat. And then if you have any actions left over, you can get the hell out of there. So that's pretty cool. So they can kind of just jump in and out as long as you have the triple to do it. All right, so here's that shield. Rapid fire. Add half the value of this ability rounded up to the attack's characteristic of the next attack action made by this fighter. This activation. Okay. I need to see who had that. Was it just the hurricane guys? Or, yeah, so it was a hurricane. So it was just the hurricane guys. Okay, so. Okay, that makes. Whew. So basically, whatever have the value is, you would add that to this. So if you had a trip 4, then you would be rolling 5 dice here instead of 3. So that's good. I was nervous that it was going to be for the snipers because that would just be mean. So, however, the snipers do have the quad ability, which the quad ability is usually the strongest ability since it's the quad. So for the quad ability, aim strike, add the value of this ability to the damage points allocated to enemy fighters by each hit or critical from attack actions made by this fighter, this activation. Interesting. So if you had a quad 4, and you crit for 10 damage, you would be doing 14 as long as aim strike is active. That's not bad. You know, extra 4 damage from 20 inches away is nothing to sneeze at. So, yeah. So I definitely think that these guys are going to be interesting to play. They are both capable of dishing out the damage from range, but can definitely hold their own when getting into melee. So they have, let's see, so you have prime. So you have 3 leaders and 4 regular guys, so that'll be interesting to see how to build stuff, and they're expensive, so this is definitely going to be one of those, you're going to take like 3 of this side of the card, maybe 4, and then you're going to fill it out with birds and Gryph-hounds. So yeah, that is the Stormcast Eternals for WarCry. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. If you guys enjoyed what you see here, I have a lot more planned for WarCry in the future. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. So thanks for watching, everyone.